Welcome to LabelSDS.com. Today, I'm going to give you a demonstration of the LabelSDS site as well as the LabelSDS mobile app. Right now, we're on the dashboard page for a company. And as you can see, I've set up three branches or three divisions, the pest control division, the termite division, and the lawn division. Now, a lot of times companies will just set up one company product list, even if they have multiple branches or multiple divisions. But I wanted to show you the flexibility of the program that you can set it up however you want to. So I'm going to click into the view for the pest control branch. And as you can see here, it is showing you the pest control company's information. And if I scroll down below this, the next thing is the branch product list. So this is a list of all the products that I put into the system for this particular company. These are listed alphabetically. You can scroll through and search for what you're looking for, but better yet, you can type into the search bar the name of the product that you're looking for, which I'm looking for Thermador, and I hit enter, and it searches my company list, and there it found it, Thermador SC. So what's neat is you can search by company product name, by manufacturer name, or by EPA registration number, and it will find the product for you. So you see here that we can select to view a current label or current SDS, or we have these all buttons. Whenever you click on the current label button, it's always going to pull up the most revised version of that product label for you. Same thing with this SDS. The current SDS is always going to be the most revised version. At labelsds.com, we actually are daily going through and reviewing labels and SDSs. And when there's a revision, we update our files. And because your company list is attached to our database, it automatically updates. So with our program, you never have to worry that your labels or your SDSs are out of date. You're always going to have the most current versions available. Now, under the All button, if I click it, you're going to see a lot of different versions of the label here. These are supplemental labels. We date them. We put a subject material, what the supplemental label is referring to. We also have state-specific labels like the Thermador NY or New York label. And you can look at these as well. So right now, I'm going to take you into view the current label of Thermador SC. So here's the current label. This is the most revised version. You can see that this label is 17 pages long, and I can scroll through it like I would normally do on a paper label. But one of the neat features about labelsds.com is we convert all our labels and SDSs into what's called a format of readable and searchable text. What this means is it means that you don't have to scroll through all the pages to find the information you're looking for. So let's say I wanted to look up the mixing instructions. So on my computer, I hit a Control F and I type in mixing. And you can see it takes me directly to the mixing section of the label. Now, if I wanted to, I could type the name of a pest in or the name of the use site to see whether the pest or the use site is included in the label. So it would help me to determine quickly whether I could use that product for a particular pest or at a particular use site. All right, I'm going to close this out and I'm going to go back in. So you'll notice that if what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take us back all the way to the branch product list. And you'll notice one of the questions that I get asked a lot is how easy is it to add a product to my list or to remove a product? Well, I'm going to show you real quick here. So if you're an administrator and I'm signed in as an administrator, I have the ability to edit the product list. Now, your technicians will only be able to view, print, download, and email or text labels and SDSs. They cannot edit the product list. But because I'm an administrator, I have this little add products button. And so if I click on this, I can go in and search for what I'm looking for. So let's just say I'm looking for an Advion product, enter. By the way, all the ones that are grayed out are already in my company list. So let's say that I wanted to add the Advion Fire Ant bait. So I click add, and it has just added it to my company list. So right now, all my technicians out in the field on their mobile devices, that product label, the product is on their list. And if you have a website and you want to link your Label SDS product list to your website, we give you the ability to do that. That would also be updated as well. So with one click of a button, it's that easy to add a product. So I'll go back to the dashboard. I'll go back into the branch. And here's my product list. And if you look at it, you can see that we added the Advion Fire Ant bait. But let's say that I want to delete a product. Let's say that we have not used this Evolution cockroach bait in a long time. I don't have any on my trucks. I don't have it in my warehouse. So I'm going to remove that. It just took it off the list. But keep in mind, just because I took it off my company list doesn't mean it's not available to me. I can always look it up on our master database, or I can always add it back in at a future date. So it never gets rid of it. It just kind of makes it not visible in your company list. All right, so the next thing I'll talk about here is our employee list. And remember, I told you I'm signed in as an administrator. An administrator has all editing capabilities. I can edit not only the product list, but company documents and also employee information. A manager is kind of like an administrator, and it really only comes into play if you have multiple branches. You can assign a manager over a branch, and that manager would be able to edit the product list or the employee information specific to his branch. Technicians, as we mentioned before, do not have any editing capabilities whatsoever. So they can view labels, print them, download them, text them, or email them, but they cannot edit the company list. This keeps your list secure, and you don't have to worry about that somebody's in there making changes to your list without you knowing about it. If I scroll down to the next section, this is our commercial pest control customer section. If you service what I call complex commercial clients, and I'm talking like food production facilities, warehouses, uh, maybe hotels, restaurants, property management groups, anybody that really wants to have copies of labels and safety data sheets related to the products that you use in their facilities, this gives you the ability to create a login for them, and they can log into their account and they can see labels and SDSs specific to what you use in their account. And best way to show you this is I'm going to go into the Purina account. I'm going to click view, and there's all of Purina's information. Now, by the way, I'm seeing this because I'm the pest control company viewing this. Now, if the person from Purina was logged in, they're going to see all of the pest control company's information here. But when you scroll down, you're going to see you have the ability to set up separate locations or separate facilities. So right now I have the dry dog food plant and the wet dog food plant in here. So if I want to view the product list for the dry dog food plant, I click on view. There's my Purina information. And there's the approved product list. These are the products that are used at the Purina facility or plant. This information is accessible to the Purina employees, as well as if they have a third partier come in, they can direct him to this information instead of having one of those paper label books in a manager's office that needs to be physically updated every time there's a revision or a change. This is all automatic. So that's what's nice about it. Okay, so from here, I'm going to go back into the dashboard. I'm going to click on my pest control branch and scroll down. There's my product list. There's the employees. There's the pest control customers. And beneath here is the company credentials section. Now, these credentials would be like documents that you would like to have your technicians have access to, and possibly your customers. give you some examples here would be like maybe specific treatment guidelines, like bed bug treatment guidelines, initial treatment for German cockroaches. This is information that you can upload onto here and that your technicians can access on their mobile phone. So they always have access to refer back to any training that you've done. Also, you can put things in here like pest control license information or insurance documents or insurance information. You can even put in a brochure that if a technician is out in the field servicing one of your clients and he talks to the neighbor next door, he can actually go and take the pest brochure and he can email it or text it to the prospective client with a quote right there from his phone. So it's a really neat way to communicate information. Now you're going to notice here this visibility. I have toggle switches that I can toggle on or off. What that means is I can make it to where this information is either viewable or not visible to my clients. So, like my commercial clients or on my public website with my labels, I can make it to where I can show them just things that pertain to customers, like maybe insurance information or pest control license information or pest brochures. But I would take off the visibility on items like maybe my initial treatment guidelines or my employee handbook or my policies and procedures. So it allows me to show or to hide whatever information I want to do. We talked about the public product list and that can be displayed on your own company website. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into this website here, one of my clients, McCall Service, and I'm going to go into there. This is their website. And you can see they created a label and SDS tab. And when you click on it, it takes you over to their Label SDS product page. One of the great things about this is if you are already doing labels and SDSs on your website, every time there's a revision, you have to call up your web person. You have to give them the documents. They have to update them. And at the tune of $100 to $120 an hour, you're going to be paying them to update this information. With our service, this is all linked. So when you link this to your website, this information gets updated automatically. You don't have to be paying unnecessary dollars to your webmaster to update this information in there. So the next thing I'm going to go over is our mobile app. So here we are on the mobile app. You can see that it looks kind of similar to the website. We have our three divisions: the pest control division, the termite division, and the lawn division. I can click on the pest control division and it's going to take me to my product list. Everything is listed alphabetically. I can scroll through and try to find what I'm looking for, or just like on the website, I can click onto the branch search bar and type in the name of the product. And I'm going to type in Termidor and I'm going to hit search. And you can see the first product up there is Termidor SC. You're going to notice that I have the current label button and the current SDS button, just like on the website. This always takes you to the most revised version of those documents. And again, just to remind you, all the documents are updated automatically for you. So you do not have to worry about documents being out of date. This is taken care of with labelsds.com. So in addition to the current labels and the current SDS, we also have that feature to look up older labels by clicking the All button, and supplemental labels. And you can see they're titled and they're dated, just like on the website. So let's go in and take a look at the Termidor SC label. So here it is. You can see, again, that this document is 17 pages long. I can look through the document to try to find what I'm looking for. Or just like on the website, we have the capability to search this document. So to do this, there is a square button with an up arrow on the bottom. And if I tap it, it opens up a variety of different options. And before we go to search the document, I just want to kind of show you something here. You can see that we have the ability to text this document, email the document, or airdrop the document. So what's nice about that is if you have a technician out in the field and he has a client that would like to see a copy of a label or an SDS, the technician has the option to pull this document up and text it or email it to the client directly from the field, from their mobile device. So kind of nice that you can take care of things instantly out in the field and not have to call the office and wait for them to send that document to the customer. So if I come down here and I slide this up, it brings up a variety of different options here. So what I'm looking for is the Find On page. If I click that, as a little search bar, I'm going to type in mixing just like we did with the website. And you can see it brings me right to the mixing directions on the label. And again, I can type in there a name of a pest or a use site to see if the product can be used for that pest or if it can be used in that specific use site. So it gives you great options for being able to utilize this label very easily. So I'm going to click on the back button there. And the next thing I'm going to show you is I'm going to click on the customers. And you can see, just like on the website, we have all our customers here. So I can go in and I can click on View Facility and Location. And you can see that the dry dog food plant and the wet dog food plant, just like on the website, pops up. And I can click on that and view that list if I want. If I click on Credentials, this is going to bring up all my company credentials. So these are the credentials that I share with all my technicians, and they have the capability to look up things on here. And like I say, I put in here like treatment guidelines and pest control license information, employee handbook, different things like that. Anything can be uploaded. But the nice thing about it is it's on the technician's hip pocket at all times. They can go and review information. They can look up information in the employee handbook. There's really no excuse for them to say, I didn't know I couldn't do this or I could do that, because all this information is on their hip pocket at all times. So that is pretty much the app. And I just want to thank you for taking the time today to watch this demonstration video. If you'd like to find out more information or if you'd like to sign up, you can go to labelsds.com and click the sign up page. And I'd like to remind you that we are giving you 30 days for free. So when you're signing up, if you click on the promo code area and type in there FB30 and apply, it's going to give you your first 30 days for free. And again, we do not have contracts. If you don't like the product, you don't have to stay with it. So we do not have any contracts. It's month to month. And so I thank you today. In addition to going to the website, you can also call us. Our number is 904-609-0123. And you can talk to myself or Shelby, and we'd be glad to go over this in more detail with you. But again, thank you for your time today.